Back to that breaking news here in San Francisco. We are taking a live look now at the police response near the Salesforce Tower, where a person is climbing the 60-floor tower. The San Francisco Fire Department tweeted that someone was climbing the tower just after 10 o'clock this morning. They've been asking the public, obviously, to avoid this area as they try and respond and get that person down. Our chronon, Sara Stinson, is out there live right now. As you can see, police vehicles positioned out there around Salesforce Tower as fire crews try to successfully get this person down safely today. Again, this came out just after 10 o'clock this morning. SF Fire saying that they were on scene along with other agencies as they saw a report of a climber on the 60-floor tower. An image that we saw earlier showed the person up at least the 45th to the 50th floor, pretty high up there from what we could see. As you can see, caution tape surrounding the tower. People are being asked to steer clear. As you can see, some people standing around looking up, trying to get a glimpse of this, but that is exactly what fire crews are asking you to not do. Sara Stinson, like I said, she's out there live. This is images coming to us from her camera. Sara, what do you know exactly? Did you see the person? I feel like you were trying to show us a glimpse up there, but I'm not sure the camera could get as tall as this tower.
Whew. Noel, that's right. I did see the person right before they were getting to the near top, if you can believe it, of the 60-floor tower. If not the tallest building in San Francisco, the tallest building. And it's a scene out here. When they say avoid the area, you very well should. If you can use surrounding streets, you should as well, because there's a lot of traffic. It took me a while to even get to where I'm standing now. You can kind of see the back up there, and you can't go any further here on First Street. So this is 415 Mission and First. Definitely avoid the area. There's a lot of people here just wanting to kind of see what's going on. They are taking video, they're taking pictures, everyone with their head looking as high as can be, Noel. And yes, it's really hard for me to show you with the camera, so forgive me if it's a little jerky. I'm usually a better camera operator than this, but it is a steep building, of course. And he or she at last check is at the top. I saw a teeny tiny little body up there let me show you, in that corner of the building. Okay. I was wondering if it was on the side that we're looking at right now, or if the person was on the other side, and how you would even scale a building this tall, I don't know. Noel, I have no idea how you would scale this building. Actually, let me show you kind of the type of landscape this climber is experiencing on the building. I mean, let's take a look right here. These are the type of windows that you are scaling in the building. I truly don't know how they're doing it, and that is something that I cannot wait to see. Well, actually, let me show you. It's kind of interesting. There's these little shelves, you could call it. I don't know what they're called, but that is almost something like that could probably be helping this climber. Yeah, like little awnings, and that probably is helping this climber get to the top. But I mean, people are shocked by this. Of course, that's why they're down here. I think people are invested, wondering what's going to happen. How's this person going to get down? Why are they climbing it in the first place? I mean, I was so shocked. I was willing to run down here. I wanted to see what was going on. I mean, look, people have their heads looking all the way at the top of Salesforce Tower. People are filming. They're just really curious about this, Noel. I mean, have you ever seen anything like this? I mean, I don't know if this has happened in San Francisco before. We know that over the weekend, I was mentioning earlier, over the weekend, there was a man who was rescued from the Trans Bay Terminal building, which is not far from here, same area. He was stuck 80 feet up on that structure. And so that happened around 7 o'clock this morning.
or excuse me, that happened about 7 o'clock Saturday morning. So this is a second climber in this area over the course of the last several days. So uncertain if these are kind of coordinated type of efforts. That person from Saturday said that the official said that he was experiencing a behavioral emergency and was taken to the emergency room. No word on whoever's climbing this, if they're a man or a woman. We're not really sure exactly at this point. We actually do have video from the climber. Excuse me, we just got this into the newsroom. They tweeted video earlier. Let's go to that right now.
I'm up here climbing right now to protest Dr. Santangelo in Washington, D.C. There's been no investigation so far.
Is it a man or a woman?
I believe this
the guy's
is
out
man.
there killing babies. I think that's pretty bad. If you'd like to help out, share this around, or go to prolifespiderman.com and you can donate and help us raise some money for charities that support women in pro-life. Thank you.
Okay, well, this is a lot more information than we had just seconds ago. That was video posted to the Twitter page or the Instagram of Pro-Life Spider-Man. He is protesting a certain doctor who I can assume from his video says that he is performing abortions. Obviously, this is a protest climb is what that video shows. That was video again from Pro-Life Spider-Man. It's an Instagram page, and Spider-Man, I guess, is the term he's using as he did scale this building the way Spider-Man would in any superhero comic book. I am a bit shocked. Apparently this man has climbed the Tower of London previously, and now he's set his sights here in San Francisco, climbing the Salesforce Tower. Again, this is a live look at the Salesforce Tower. This is as high as we can get the camera here to show you. Again, the Salesforce Tower is 60 floors. I do believe there are workers inside the Salesforce Tower. I believe they came back to work several months ago. Not to say that it's a completely full building, but I don't believe we've heard of any evacuations of the area as fire crews and police are out there trying to safely get this person down. No word on if this person had equipment helping him climb up the Salesforce Tower, but officials have been on scene for about 45 minutes. We do have some more new video from the climber. I believe we're going to take that video now. Let's see. Oh, this is some video from people who watched this man climb the tower, as you can see him there. Oh, wow, it doesn't look like he has any sort of equipment. He's just climbing freely without any sort of cables or anything. This is pretty incredible that this is happening and unfolding right now. Again, this was probably very early video. Fire officials tweeting that they were on scene just after 10 a.m. And he was already pretty high up then. So he started this earlier today. Sarah, I believe you're speaking with someone right now on the ground.
Yeah, Noelle, I wanted to talk with people because people are fascinated by this. They are filming on their cell phones, chatting with others, something they've never seen. And joining us now live, this is Roger, obviously looking up. Everyone's looking up. What were your thoughts when you approached this?
Wow, this abortion issue is pretty contentious. And, you know, whether you agree or disagree, regardless of the side of the fence you're on, you got to admire this guy's dedication. And not something I'm going to do. But boy, I respect him nonetheless.
He calls himself pro-life Spider-Man. I just heard that from a video. He shot himself while climbing. The firefighters are saying this is not something we should condone nor say is a good thing because it is putting everyone's life at risk. They're going to have to try and save, maybe rescue him. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, you know, you notice they've blocked off this area here just in case things don't go quite as well as he would hope. And I sure hope that's not the case. Again, I don't agree with it, but I respect him, and I hope he bring some awareness to the cause.
Well, how do you think he did it? That's our question. We've been looking at the building. There are these little awnings. I mean, do you think this is like, you think he was using ropes? Did you see anything? Did anyone show you some video?
No, I haven't seen anything. In fact, we were remarking, if you look at the distance between the floors there, it's probably a good 12 to 15 feet. He can't stand up there and grab the next section and pull himself up. So he's free climbing. I haven't seen any ropes. I haven't seen anything. I'm guessing maybe he has some suction cups or something, but nonetheless, that's quite a jump between floors. And he's been out here for a couple hours now. So, boy, he's